Eh bien écoutez, bonjour à toutes et à tous, c'est Atomium, bienvenue dans cette nouvelle session Metal Gear Solid 2. On va peut-être terminer le jeu maintenant, là tout de suite, je ne sais pas. Toujours est-il que l'on va attaquer un boss qui, du coup, je l'espère, passera en first try. Vous allez voir, il est pas facile, hein. Franchement il est difficile. C'est-à-dire, des Metal Gear à affronter, il y en a 12 à faire tomber, nous sommes en hard, je le rappelle. Et voilà, ça va bien se passer, ça va être le first try, ça va être génial. Et donc, oui, bon, côté point scénario, bien sûr, on vient d'apprendre que tout est faux. Et donc, du coup, pas de colonel, c'était une IA. Nous n'avons pas vraiment eu la vie qu'on espérait avoir. En fait, tout a été faux autour de nous aussi. Est-ce que nos souvenirs ont été retravaillés? Peut-être, on ne sait pas. On le découvrira bientôt. Et donc, on arrive avec un combat, à ma foi, symbolique, dans lequel on affronte Solidus, qui est à la commande des Metal Gear Ray. Et donc, on doit les déglinguer tous au Stinger. Attention, à partir de maintenant, par contre, je suis full concentré. Et c'est parti, donc on envoie les chaves-grenades qui permettent de brouiller un petit peu les pistes et donc de rendre le combat plus simple, entre guillemets, plus simple pour nous. Mais vous allez voir que le combat il est hardos de ouf, donc c'est une balle dans le genou et ensuite tu ouvres. Et alors l'idée c'est de faire tomber un des robots pour qu'après en fait au lieu d'en avoir 3 simultanément, on en ait 2. Ce qui a l'air simple mais qui l'est absolument pas, je tiens quand même à le dire, c'est vraiment très chaud. C'est vraiment très chaud. Allez, dans la trogne, voilà, ça se fait. Ça, c'est gratuit. Donc là, lui, si je le tue, c'est ok. Oh, j'ai pris tellement cher. Bon, ça a été coûteux. Une ration pour avoir le premier, mais je rappelle le truc, c'est que... Ta mère? D'où il me met un missile là? Oh j'ai pris tellement cher. Oh j'ai pris tellement cher. Oh j'ai pris tellement... Bon attends, on recommence. Bon c'est pas le first try mais ça sera peut-être le second try, c'est pas grave. Non mais là j'avoue il m'a éclaté. Il m'a éclaté. Franchement celle-là, il y en a que j'ai vu venir des fois, hein, mais celle-là j'ai pas vu venir. Bon alors on va commencer par ça. Mais quel connard. Mais quel jeu de merde. Allez. Alors faut pas que le missile mette trop de temps à arriver sinon c'est la galère. Là voilà on a calmé un peu le jeu. On balance la chauffe. Allez. On se prépare à utiliser le Stinger. Mais non mais j'ai pas le magazine. Mais... Ce jeu en fou. Mais calmez-vous là-haut. Et putain mais pourquoi il me met des armes que je veux pas? C'est bon, allez. Après quelques petits moments un peu ninja. Et évidemment ça tue pas. Ça aurait été trop beau. Alors faut m'expliquer à quoi servait la chauffe. Qui n'est plus là d'ailleurs. Mais qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Est-ce que j'ai fait n'importe quoi? C'est possible que cette run ce soit la run du n'importe quoi. Allez, et 2-1. Je crois que la patte de l'un nous a sauvé de ouf là. Allez, faut qu'on tue l'autre. Absolument. Allez. Tue-le. Voilà. Pas violent d'habitude, mais là je peux le devenir. Allez, c'est bon. Lui il est cuit. J'ai cru à la gratuité pendant une fraction de seconde. Mais quel sale jeu. Mais quel sale jeu. Mais quel sale jeu. Mais vas-y. Vas-y. Écrase-nous. Je te dirai rien. Putain mais punaise mais c'est difficile. Franchement je suis désolé, je perds un peu le sang-froid mais c'est difficile. J'avais vraiment oublié cette partie-là du mode hard. J'avais oublié à quel point c'était hard en fait. Tout simplement. On a pris un peu cher mais c'est ok. Donc là à partir de là faut plus que je me fasse toucher. C'est tout assez facile. Alors évidemment, il pouvait cibler le bon truc, ça serait encore mieux, mais... Ah, ça va être super dur. Alors attention. On la chauffe. Merci qui cible, merci beaucoup. Allez, tombe. Putain. Ces missiles là, ça va être lent. Mais on va y passer 2h30. On va y passer 2h30. On va y passer 2h30, je le sens pas du tout. Vous vous rendez compte, c'est le 4ème, j'ai déjà plus de ration. Et il redonne pas de ration, rien du tout. Mais qui c'est le connard qui a voulu faire ça en difficile? Mais quelle erreur de débutant. Alors qu'il n'y avait pas besoin hein. En normal vous aviez la même histoire hein. Mais non. Il a fallu que je fasse le foufou en vous disant oui mais moi j'étais là à l'époque. Mais en fait non. Quelle horreur. Quel horrible jeu. Allez bim. Et bim. Et bim. Là on envoie tout ce qu'on a hein, je préviens. Ok, ça se passe pas trop mal. C'est pas ce que je voulais lancer, c'est pas grave. Si je me prenais ma grenade, je pense que là, intérieurement, je serais mort. Aïe. Chiotte. On rappelle, il en faut 12. Hein. Faut rester calme, non mais c'est dur, franchement c'est super dur là de rester calme là-dessus. Là t'as envie de lâcher ta manette et de claquer la console en fait. Mais casse-toi. Vieux troll de jeu va. Allez. C'est pas vraiment ce qu'on voulait, c'est pas grave. Mal sauté. Alors là c'est le moment de l'angoisse parce que pour rester en vie faut que je me baisse pour recharger ma santé. Ouais c'est bon. Allez on fait le deuxième. On fait le 23. On fait le 23. Quoi? Mais j'ai pas... Mais il y en avait moins.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family. I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Olga!
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it?
AI, GW, it's out of control.
What?
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines! Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Bon, là le choix est terrible, mais je pense qu'évidemment on va regarder la suite tout de suite. Hein. Je vais pas vous faire une coupure VOD ici, c'est très dommage. Mais ouais, putain, je pensais pas passer le boss si facilement. Enfin, facilement, c'est pas ce que je voulais dire. Si rapidement. Je m'attendais à ce qu'il soit un peu plus long que ça. Et là, donc, vous avez vu, séquence du charisme, effectivement. Lui, il les a tués au P90 en mode oh non, mais t'inquiète, tranquille. Et puis, bon, bah, Snake capturé par fortune, que va-t-il se passer? Et là, où je m'en rappelais plus, c'est que Olga, il me semblait pas qu'elle se prenait une balle dans la tête comme ça. Mais non, non, c'est bien fait exécuter comme ça, purement simplement. Bref, là, attention, révélation sur révélation. Profitez. Là,
Are you
c'est le
awake
bon
yet,
moment.
Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son!
Tu peux toujours aller au diable! Oh putain, l'enculé! Ouh, excusez-moi, j'aurais pas dû dire ça. Ouf! Quoi? Mais... Je m'attendais juste pas à ça, excusez-moi. Un mot qui a dépassé un peu le fond de ma pensée. Ah, je vais jamais y arriver.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted, a little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Donc là vous comprenez que le fait que MGS2 ressemble à MGS1 est entièrement voulu, parce que du coup ils ont recréé toutes les conditions de MGS1 pour créer un héros si vous voulez, de la trompe de Solid Snake.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Et tout le monde s'est fait manipuler.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How's this then?
Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead.
waiting for this! It can't be! I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye!
Damn!
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
Hey, Snake! You coming?
Alors là c'est le moment où j'aurais aimé cut en vrai, mais je peux pas, y a pas de pause putain, mais ce jeu il est infernal, c'est pas possible.
Federal Hall!
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles, cloned from our father with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that it would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul-searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the... I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed.
Alors attends, parce que là on se tape pas 1 heure de cinématique sans faire un micro débrief quand même, s'il vous plaît, un minimum là, hein, un peu de respect. Oui bien sûr on va combattre, combat final vous l'aurez compris, ça y est on y est. Bon, j'ai vu plein de choses sur le chat passer pendant qu'il y avait le dialogue et tout ça, des gens qui ne comprenaient pas trop, qui disaient mais putain mais... Enfin voilà c'est bon arrête de parler et tout ça, et d'autres personnes qui étaient là en mode oh mon dieu mais c'est incroyable, quel moment divin et tout ça. Alors juste pour faire un petit peu le topo, c'est vrai que moi ce jeu là je l'ai fait quand j'étais gamin, ou au moins plus jeune que ça, et le revoir à l'époque d'aujourd'hui en étant adulte, ça fait quand même un petit truc, hein. J'avoue que j'avais pas du tout perçu tous ces trucs là, même si je les ai relus plus tard après dans des bouquins ou des trucs comme ça, mais c'est vrai que là en tout cas de le voir véritablement, putain c'est vrai que ce jeu c'était un jeu visionnaire de ouf quoi. Enfin quand on y pense, rappelez-vous l'année dans laquelle ça a été fait, c'était il y a quoi? C'était il y a 15 ans, un truc comme ça, et tu te dis mais c'est, merci à Watchix de la chaîne, c'est ouf, c'est ouf. Quand on y pense quand même, c'est vraiment ouf quand tu vois tous les thèmes qui sont abordés, la façon dont c'est géré, tout ça, d'un point de vue des informations, d'un point de vue de tout ce qu'il raconte en fait sur la partie, bon bah évidemment héritage et tout ça, plus d'autres choses, enfin toutes les thématiques qui sont abordées là franchement c'est assez dingo quoi. Donc ouais, c'est fou hein. 2001 vous dites, pour moi c'était 2003 mais d'accord peut-être 2001. Donc ouais 18 ans quoi, quasiment 20 ans, quasiment 20 piges, vous imaginez? Quasiment 20 piges, et le mec il te sort ça là. Alors il l'a pas sorti de nulle part hein, bien sûr, hein, parce qu'après voilà c'est beaucoup référencé aussi, enfin évidemment, Orwell et compagnie, mais quand même quoi, mais quand même, c'est un tout autre niveau d'écriture et d'anticipation que celui par exemple de Détroit, Become Human, qui est très chouette, mais qui en fait voilà brasse un petit peu des choses très classiques et tout ça. Là on est sur des thèmes de fond, et en plus moi ce que j'aime bien avec Kojima c'est qu'il prend le temps de dire les choses. Alors peut-être que des fois il se perd un peu trop dans les phrases, enfin en tout cas son équipe de narration se perd un peu trop dans l'écriture et c'est très verbeux, mais au moins il n'empêche que les idées sont développées quoi. C'est pas juste ah au fait c'est ça et puis voilà quoi. Donc non vraiment très stylé. Et du coup vous l'aurez compris, Raiden est un personnage complètement fictif en fait hein, dans cette histoire, puisque du coup il a été construit de toutes pièces, et en plus finalement enfin voilà vous verrez la suite et la fin. Donc du coup on va faire une petite pause. Je suis désolé pour les gens qui voient ça en VOD. On va faire une petite pause parce que sinon je pourrais jamais tout envoyer d'un coup. Et je vous retrouve pour donc le vrai dernier épisode qui sera donc le prochain avec le combat final et en même temps du coup bah le reste des révélations de scénario. Déjà là vous avez un bon gros morceau je pense à digérer. Et puis bah du coup on se retrouvera demain pour les gens de la VOD pour la suite et fin de ce Metal Gear Solid 2. Je vais faire de mon mieux en tout cas. Et pour les gens qui voient ça sur Twitch, bien sûr ne quittez pas, je reviens dans quelques instants. A tout de suite.